Hello there everyone, Citrus Aviation here with yet another video. Today we have an Aviation News This Week episode number 54, and we got some fun stuff to cover today. So we're going to start here with this interesting report. This is from Simply Flying, or Simple Flying. I like calling it Simply Flying. Anyway, here they have a very great report on a Delta A319 that's forced to divert to JFK instead of going to its destination of LGA because it hit some hails. That's some very large hails. You can see that little hole that was knocked into the nose cone of the aircraft. So obviously this aircraft had to land. It was repaired. And yeah, go check out this article. I have it linked below if you just want to see it yourself and to go check it out. Anyway, this was posted on July the 7th, 2020. And the next up post on the July the 9th, 2020, we have some very big news from JetBlue. And that has to do with JetBlue's new West Coast strategy. Again, this article will also be listed in the link below if you want to take a look at it. And basically, JetBlue is pulling out of Long Beach, and they will be moving operations over to Los Angeles. So you can see here a list of the current routes they offer already. They offer Boston Logan, they offer Buffalo, they offer Fort Lauderdale, JFK, Newark Liberty, and Orlando. Liberty, JFK, Fort Lauderdale, and Boston Logan are what are called Mint service, which is their A321s that have the Mint first class cabin, so it's pretty nice. However, they will be adding the following routes, and they are Austin, and they are adding the following routes, and those include Austin, Bozeman, Las Vegas, Reno, Salt Lake City, San Francisco, and Seattle. I believe all these were routes that were based out of Long Beach. Unfortunately, the Long Beach hub did not work out very well because there were some issues with Long Beach Airport, and they didn't really want to work with JetBlue. So now JetBlue is pulling out, and now Southwest is kind of coming in there to take its place. I will have a video linked below by GeminiJet 13. He does a very good job of explaining the current situation. So if you want to know more about that, that'll be linked below. And then next up, El Al Airlines has accepted a $400 million bailout by the Israeli government. I believe part of this will also mean that El Al will go into being a airline owned partly or mostly by the government, which is fine, I guess. I do prefer private airlines. I think privatization is better overall, but El Al has had some issues. They've been kind of financially struggling anyway for the last few years, and COVID-19 just kind of put them over the brink, and so now they're going into a government bailout, which will include some government ownership temporarily. So hopefully El Al will survive and they'll be just fine. Looks like they will be. But yeah, that's the update there for El Al. And then Lufthansa is also in some trouble, as they are deciding to cut some of their jobs. So they recently just cut, I believe it was 2,000 jobs, and there are rumors of them cutting up to 28,000 jobs for the entire Lufthansa group in order to cut down cost. And hopefully Lufthansa will survive. I think Lufthansa will be just fine. I mean, they're one of the biggest airline groups in the world, and so they'll be okay. Don't worry, Lufthansa will be fine. But some airlines may not, and as you know, some airlines have gone under. Next up, we have the first new livery Scandinavian Air Service 737-700. This was photographed on the 12th of March 2020 as Sierra Echo Romeo Julia X-Ray. When I was doing the video last week, the Aviation News Week last week, on the new livery Scandinavian Air Service aircraft, someone mentioned that they have a new livery 700 as well. So thank you to you, Saul, for commenting that. And here is the new 700. I think it looks great. And also another very fancy new aircraft that I forgot to put in last week. This one Aviation 18 reminded me of, and it is the new Voyager aircraft. This is the new presidential A330 for the United Kingdom. Now, technically, it's not a new aircraft. This is one of those A330 MRRT. This is one of those A330 MRTT aircraft, and this one is the one used by the Queen or important statesmen to get from the United Kingdom to wherever they're going, like say UN days and say Washington or New York or something like that. And this aircraft used to be in the typical MRTT just gray paint scheme, but this one is now in this new very nice looking United Kingdom livery. It almost looks kind of like the British Airways livery, but even better. So yeah, this is a great looking livery, and hopefully you guys will enjoy spying it. And the final little bit of news we have here is I believe it was three A220-300s were initially to go to Red Wings, which is a Russian airline. However, they decided to cancel the order, and so now these A220s are just sitting here. This one is Victor Papa Bravo Mike Zulu. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens with these aircraft, particularly as, you know, airlines having to cancel orders and that sort of thing. So, thank you guys for watching this episode. I know it's a shorter one, but if you guys would like to send in pictures, I'm always looking for more pictures for the aviation news this week. So if you have pictures, please send them in, because I would really, really, really like to use them in the episodes. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of the day, and God bless you.